How's it going, everybody? It's Drew Peebles from People's Collectibles, and we got an exciting one here today. It's 151. If you know anything about me and the Pokemans, 151 and Paldean Fates are definitely my two favorite of the Scarlet and Violet era sets, or really just new Pokemon in general, with Crown Zenith being close behind that, but of course that being Sword and Shield and not Scarlet and Violet. But anyway, yeah, I really love this set. The last time I got some packs, it was back in January. I was looking for Prismatic Evolution, and I ran into the person from MJ Holdings in the back, and they said that there was a guy who was basically like camping out and took all the ETBs that she had put out in the front, and she was stocking up in the back and was putting out Alakazam EX boxes. So I grabbed like 4 out of the 8 that she put out there, and I ended up getting an SIR Charizard, which was pretty cool. And I think there were some other decent illustration rares that I got in that haul as well. And you know, and those were $25 a pop, so I spent $100 on 16 packs, you know, plus some random promos. Now here, $75, 75 US dollars for 6 packs. And I got my playmat here, and also talking about, you know, prices being cheaper. About, I mean, at this point now we're getting to like a year and a half, and even closer to 2 years, since, you know, the ultra premium collections were getting like fire sold on Walmart. So the cheapest was like 80 before tax, and then like 90 before tax. I was also getting them for a little while there. How, you know, the times change. And now, I mean, just to get like the, you know, that collection with, you know, the packs gone, but the promos and everything else still in it, would be like, you know, 80, $90 probably. So anyway, it's an exciting day. I don't think I actually ever opened a 151 booster bundle. Yeah, most of the packs that I got were from the Ultra Premium collections, because yeah, they were getting fire sold so much, and I enjoyed the set. I was like, this is a great deal. And even the Snorlax box, like I was able to snag like one of those. And that was it. And those are what, like $200 now? Like, geez Louise, man. But yeah, let's hope. Oh, and I bought this at one of my local card shops, Rally Squirrel, over there in Mint Hill. So even if we get completely hosed, at least the capital that I spent went towards a local business and not some big online conglomerate who could give a rat's ass about me. All right, here we go. Hoping for the best. Okay. Starting off decent with hyper rare Mew there. I mean, as far as the hyper rares go, this is the only one that's actually any bit of a chase card. Now, I don't know what the current value is. I remember before selling copies for like $10. I don't know if it's like $20 now. I don't know if it's dropped down to like 5 like the other hyper rares. I honestly have no clue. But it is still a solid hit. It is better than just a bulk rare. So we've gotten something. We've got a Mew EX hyper rare, and it's not a switch or a psychic energy. Those are the other two hyper rares, in case you didn't know. But yeah, the other ones especially just aren't really worth much, because you only have 3 hyper rares in the set, and I think it's like 1 in 50 something. 1 in 54? 1 in 52? Does it say it on here? Boop. No. Okay. Yeah, something like that. Anyway, the point being, when it's 1 in 50 something and you only have 3, like, you know, they're not necessarily chase. Now, of course, Mew is always going to be a chase card, but the ultra rare definitely takes precedent over this one. I think partially because people prefer the ultra rare full arts over hyper rares a lot of the time. Depending, some of the item hyper rares do pretty well for themselves. But again, Switch and the psychic energy not so much, just because there isn't much options. Basically, like, yeah, you're gonna get one of those, you know, if you happen to pull a hyper rare. All right, we got 4 packs. Holding out for a crazy SIR. Now remember, and this is before temporal forces, so it is 1 in 32, 1 in 36. I always get that on the hyper rare, confused the 2 and the 6 in the end there, but it's one of those things. and I think it's what, like 1 in 80 something now, in newer sets, because I think it was like 1 in 50 originally with Temporal 4, or it might have still been like 1 in 80 something then. I don't know, but it is considerably harder now, and let's just hope that we get it here. Starmie and Dragonite. All right. First holo rare, a little oddish. All right, halfway there, folks. We got a hyper rare, 2 bulk rares. Can we get something spicy? Can we get a decent ultra rare hit? Can we get a nice IR? Can we get a spicy SIR? All right, Snorlax. Slowbro. Do love Slowbro, though. Kabutops. And we got our foil little energy there. Let's see. Both those are uncommons. All right. All right, we got 2 chances left here. We're going to do it here. Magic fingers. All right. Please don't knuckle punch me. Did we get there? Ooh, Beedrill. Okay. This is our last pack. Being happy we started with the Mew there. Can we get a Zard, a Venusaur, a Blastoise, even a nice IR? I ain't gonna front. All right. This is it, everyone. Meowth. Come here right meowth. Okay. All right, we got Jolteon. Did we see if there was anything on the other side? All right. Trainer. Let's see. What is it going to be? Alakazam for the double rare. Damn. Ooh. All right. Well, obviously, financially speaking, not worth $80 something after tax. But again, glad we started with the Mew, and the fact, again, supporting any local businesses, always good. I enjoy a good deal as much as the next person. All right, I always try to get shit on clearance when I can. Obviously, with Pokemon right now, that's almost impossible. Oh, and let's go through the codes as I ramble and finish up this video. But anyway, yeah, it's great to get a good deal. But remember the local businesses around you, support the community around you, and engage and all that's part of the fun or whatever, right? Oh, these are the prismatic ones for earlier. But yeah, there we go. Thank you for joining me. It is Drew Peoples from Peoples Collectibles. And until next time, friends, do